What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, today I wanted to talk about refusing to be mutated by other people's thoughts, actions, and visions of what reality should be. So, let's get into it because we have a beautiful quote here today. Quote of the day. They say hurt people, but that's not true. If it were, then we would all be walking around tearing each other down, and there would be no positivity. Some of us choose and refuse to become like our oppressors. The Catalyst. Song of the day, Shining Down by Lupe Fiasco. There's this quote that goes around and it says, hurt people hurt people. And it's a kind of I don't. It's a way of accepting what happened to you and why it happened to you. It's a way of getting closure when you were unable to get closure. It's to say, well, somebody hurt that person, and that's why they're hurting me. It's a cop out. It's a justification for wrongdoing. It's something that I don't say, and it's something that I don't believe in, and it's something that I don't tolerate. Just because something happened to you, I am not going to let you do that thing to me. You were cheated on, so now you're going to try to cheat on me. You were abused, so now you're going to try to abuse me. You were communicating with people who were bad texters, so now you become a bad texter too. You were communicating with people who were late to respond, so now you feel like it's okay for you to be late to respond. Let me tell you something about people like this. These are some of the worst people in society. And the reason I say that is because when something bad happens to you, that should be the number one thing to prevent you from doing that to somebody else. I'm going to say that again. When something bad happens to you, that should be the number one motivation to keep you from doing that thing to anybody else. Because you know how that pain feels. So if you know how it feels, why would you seek out to put that pain on somebody else? Because you're a crappy person. That's why. Because you're a weak person. And it's okay if you are a weak person. It's not okay to stay a weak person. You owe it to yourself, your loved ones, and everybody around you to become a stronger person, to be able to say, this has happened to me, and I refuse to do this to somebody else. To say, this was thrust upon me, I refuse to thrust this upon somebody else. Some of us choose to be stronger than our oppressor's will, than our oppressor's intentions, than our oppressor's actions. I am not going to sit here and distribute the same hate that was put on me. I am not going to sit here and look for another person to continue this vicious cycle of destruction and pain. That is not who I am, and that is not who I will let somebody else make me. And when you sit up there and you make that cop out, well, it happened to me, that means that you are weak and or you lack the resources and skills to deal with the pain and trauma that has happened to you. You need to take accountability for your reality. You need to take accountability for the direction that your life is going to go from here on out. You need to open your eyes and realize that this is a pivotal moment in your life that you must decide, am I going to let someone have the power to change my future? You have to understand that pain was done to you. You have to understand that it was a trauma that was introduced into your life. But you must understand you do not have to do that to somebody else. You are still in control. You get to decide if that seed gets watered every day and eventually becomes a giant tree of pain with fruit that is distributed to everyone around you, or if you uproot that seed, destroy it right now, and replace it with one of positivity. I'm just not going to let someone decide what my reality is going to be. I'm too much of a champion and a warrior to say that I'm going to go forth and destroy all relationships that I've had because this one was bad. I'm too much of a champion to go forth and become a crappy mentor because every mentor I have had, or I've had a bad mentor. I'm too much of a champion to say that I'm going to become a crappy person because I met one crappy person. And don't get me wrong, I understand why this happened to you. I understand why this mindset happened to you. The enemy is very decisive at this. You've heard the phrase before, monkey see, monkey do. There is a reason for that. One of the easiest ways for us to learn as human beings is to mimic the behavior of those around you. And that's why I preach so hard. That's why I tell so hard about getting around people that are positive and successful and have the same type of goals that you want, because you're going to mimic those. You want me to tell you what you're going to be doing in 5 years? Show me the people that are around you. You want me to tell you who someone is? Show me who their friends are. They say hurt people, but that's not true. Some hurt people. Because some of us decide that we refuse. We choose not to become like our oppressors, but instead to replace that negativity with positivity in all those and all things that surround us. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.